it becomes so easy to just let go and just have fun and just be you and be authentic and be great. If you feel as though others don't respect you, whether it's women, friends, or even new people that you meet, this video may be helpful to you. There are two distinct energies that can significantly impact how people view you and then ultimately treat you. We'll call them Mr. Immature versus Mr. Childlike. Let me tell you a story to put this into some better context. My entire adolescent to adult life has been a journey. For the longest part of that journey, I can confidently say I was Mr. Immature. Immaturity, all it means is that you're not fully developed. And oftentimes you're gonna do and say things that display that to other people, which is exactly why they don't respect you. Until about the age of 19, I subtly did a lot of things that made people think the same thing of me. I was immature. Whether it was a lack of emotional control, I made extremely poor decisions, or I just couldn't take anything seriously. Guess how much respect I got from people that were outside of my social circle? It wasn't until I first joined a networking group that was full of some, you could say, pretty high network individuals, people who were way further along than me, that a lot of these things I became aware of, and it was painfully obvious that I was shooting myself in the fucking foot. Outside of that, I lost relationships. I lost one with my girlfriend. I lost the relationship with my family. I was literally homeless for 6 months. I got kicked out. And I also lost some good friends along the way. After losing all those things and more or less making the biggest comeback of, not the biggest, but a pretty good fucking comeback, I don't want that for you. Respect. The word respect just means a high admiration or a high regard for someone or for something. You respect people with good physiques because it signals a few positive traits that you would often like to embody yourself. When you see somebody who's fat, out of shape, or just borderline childish, how would you describe them? Exactly. That's how others viewed me in the past, and that's how they view you right now. Fast forward to 21, if I'm putting it plainly, I'm somebody that people look up to now. I command respect wherever I go, and I don't accept anything less than that. I don't make any poor decisions that hold me back anymore. Women love me, friends love me, and they respect me. All of this respect while maintaining what I like to call a childlike energy. I love to have fun, man. Childlike energy sounds extremely similar to immaturity, but fundamentally they're different. They look very similar, but fundamentally they could not be any more different. Childlike energy is something you can embody once you've already become somebody who's worthy of the respect that's there underlying. You can laugh, you can joke, you can have fun. You don't have to take things deadly serious all the time, and people still aren't gonna look at you like a clown. They're gonna look at you like somebody who's very, very, very attractive. It's an extremely seductive trait, bro. It gets you in a lot of doors and it builds a lot of great relationships. So how exactly did I do it? And how can you do it too? I'm gonna break it down for you. Phase 1, strength. Men with a childlike spirit are often very masculine figures. And the key to core masculinity is strength, whether it be physical or mental fortitude. Make no mistake though, a man who is physically strong can still very much be immature. But a guy who can call forth the discipline necessary to not only become physically strong, but become mentally strong as well, is one step closer to what I like to call maturation. Mental fortitude, the ability to not be easily swayed or let other external forces affect your internal state of being, your decision making, how you view yourself. And I'm gonna get more into that in the third point. Physical and mental strength are two things that bring you closer to being able to embody childlike energy and command respect from other people. Phase 2, experience. Now let me tell you something. A key fucking thing, I can't stress this enough. Something I was missing whenever I was very immature and somebody that nobody respected was experience. I talked a great game. I talked an incredible game. I could talk until the moon came crashing down, except I didn't have the experience to back anything I was talking about. So automatically, I was just perceived as an egotistical fool. I was arrogant. Without experience, you have nothing to base your beliefs on. You have nothing to base your claims on. You have nothing to reflect upon. You have nothing to learn from. And it's extremely difficult to validate your claim to maturity when you've never tested yourself. And I mean really tested yourself to see if you are this person that you claim to be. Who are you? Going out into the world, falling flat on your face, widening your perspective, experiencing new things, and expanding your understanding of the world around you. Once you do those things, then you have a foundation of which to build beliefs upon that make some damn sense. When you haven't experienced anything, you don't have any beliefs. All you are is a blank slate that has been programmed to believe this and believe this and believe that. So it's extremely difficult to embody a childlike energy because you're not even yourself. You don't know exactly what it is you want to be. You're too stressed. You're too busy trying to keep up a facade that has been programmed into you due to the fact that there was nothing there to begin with. You haven't built anything. You haven't built any resistance to programming because there's nothing there. There's nothing in your hard drive. Crafting your beliefs based on experience is an unskippable part. It's an unskippable part of the journey to mastering childlike, seductive, attractive, and abundant energy. You have to get this part down. You can't skip it. A lot of people try to skip this. I was one of them. That's why I'm able to tell you, bro, you can't do that. It's not possible. Easy way to start building experience right now. As soon as this video is over, go outside and start saying hello to every single person you meet. Just that small act of interacting with human beings. Most guys your age, bro, are terrified to say hello to an old woman crossing the street. That is part of expanding your perspective and your understanding of the world. You believe that others are going to reject you immediately. You believe that this outcome is inevitable because you don't have a genuine understanding of what the human being is like. Human beings are unfucking predictable, and looks can be extremely deceiving. You don't know how the world is going to react to you until you've experienced the world. You seriously don't. Once you've experienced the world and you have a taste for how unpredictable it is, it becomes so easy to just let go and just have fun. And just be you and be authentic and be great and just experience life for what it is, accepting everything the way it is and not trying to mold it into something that it's not trying to trick yourself into believing that it's something that it's not. So as soon as this video is done, go and widen your perspective, brother. Go and say hello to somebody you've never met and probably will never meet again because they will teach you something about the world you didn't previously know. Phase 3, and the most important one by far, is authenticity. There is nothing at all more important than being able to be authentically yourself. To say what you want and mean what you say is such a scarce skill and scarce trait. Earlier, I mentioned the ability to not be swayed by external forces is important. This is exactly why. To be able to accept everything just the way it is and not change yourself to fit the dynamic of the external situation is an invaluable part. It makes you agile, it makes you flexible, it makes you maneuverable. You're not malleable anymore. Whenever situations arise that aren't within the realms of what you might have imagined, you're able to adapt. You're able to maintain frame while also just accepting things as they are, to say what's on your mind unapologetically, to like what you like and accept any judgment with a carefree attitude because you're so in tune to being authentic. Individuals that are authentic command more respect than 99% of the population because you just cannot help. If you're being honest with yourself right now, you can't help but respect somebody who is just unapologetically themselves, says what they mean, regardless of what anybody else is going to say. You can't help but respect them, right? It's really fucking scary to do that. And that's why it's so powerful. Somebody who can do that, they've conquered that fear. That in and of itself is deserving of respect, and you know it. So once you can hone in on and enhance these 3 pillars, you will become a widely respected man in any scenario. Everywhere you go, you're gonna walk with truth, with love, with abundance, with pride of the man you are. Never again will you be disrespected, and if in the chances that you are, in the few scenarios where you will be, you will have enough self-respect to walk away. That's all it's all about. You can't control external forces. You can control the chance you give yourself and the ability to walk away from any that you deem below your standards. That's the beauty of it, dude. Your simple action step for today is just to take one move forward in any of these 3 areas or all of them. You do not have to be perfect. Your focus is not perfection. Your goal is just to do something. At the end of these videos, I see it way too much. People get too caught up in making sure the first move is the right move because the right move is going to affect the last move. No, just do something. Do something. Anything. It could be the worst decision you ever make. It could be, and that is fine. That's the beauty of it. You're in control of what happens after that. You're in control of that. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission. Go out there, make your mistakes, and adjust as you go. That's how you move. That's how you make progress. By saying fuck perfection. Perfection can be a goal, but it can never be the focus. You've got your goal, you've got your focus. I want you to focus on moving forward. Keep moving forward. Always do something, as that is infinitely better than doing nothing. It's your boy Adebayo, man. Be the change you wish to inspire, boys. You got this shit. Love you.